Good afternoon, Heat Nation. It's game day, game 10, and also the first one for the Emirates in-season tournament, the NBA Cup, as they call it, against the Pistons. It is our fourth game away out of 6. My name is Roy, and this is going to be the PennyQuickies Heat at Pistons Game 10 preview, Emirates Cup Group B, Game 1. Group B that has the Milwaukee Bucks, the Indiana Pacers, and I am kind of drawing a blank right now as to the other teams. So I'm going to take a look at that. I should have pulled it up and have it right in front of me, but that's fine. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what to expect, but there's not much that I can say, really. Everything is about being a fan and about rooting for your team and wanting your team to win, but at the same time understanding the predicament that we are right now as it comes to the roster builds, the lineups, and so forth. But again, follow us on TikTok. We're going to have lots of bloopers and other kinds of videos that Raf is already preparing for sets of 5 games, sets of 10 games, and so on and so forth. My Happenings 8 on Instagram. We're going to also post highlights. My Happenings 1 on Facebook. We post the highlights and the videos as well as talk about prize picks. There is a taco today for Jalen Brunson. For Jalen Brunson, I definitely recommend doing that taco. That is a good one, and then selecting one or more picks. I could talk about projections, etc. by request. You know, it's going to be on Facebook what I played, but by request, I can always talk about my method. My method again revolves around checking 3 websites, taking a look at the highest difference between the prop and the projection, and then taking a look also at the rating and reading a little bit about what's happening in the game from one of those websites, and then I make a decision. In any case, out for Miami is Jimmy Butler with an ankle sprain. Now, he could be back next game, or he could be back by 2027. We don't know. We know the timelines, as Raf well mentioned, of every single player in the NBA that is injured, with the exception of the Miami Heat. And again, we go back to that thing. It's not even the media's fault. If they're blacklisted, then it's the organization's lack of transparency. And really, again, the fan is everything. The fan is everything, and they don't treat us very nicely at times. For the Pistons, Alzar Thompson is out due to illness. Isaiah Stewart is day-to-day. I bet he plays. Jalen Duren is day-to-day. Not sure that makes much of a difference for the Pistons. Obviously, Isaiah Stewart being the center, that is not going to challenge either Bam or Weir as much as the ones that we faced. On Moneyline, the Heat are favorite with a spread of minus 1.5, right? We're minus 110 with the Pistons at plus 100. And before I go and say anything, there is one segment that I want to add, not to the PennyQuickies necessarily, but also to the PennyQuickies, which is called Andy's Nickels. And that is because his opinion, to me, is invaluable, and he belongs to the group. I know that he's from the United Kingdom. I know that he likes soccer just as much as I do, if not more. He is very knowledgeable. I don't know whether or not he played basketball, but his opinions to me matter because they are right on the money. And here is what he had to say about the Heat's last win against the Timberwolves. So he said, we had 70% defensive rebounds. 70% defensive rebounds is a game changer. That's what he says. And I agree. It was the first win of the season without Jimmy, and we won against a true contender. Lots of question marks right there. I think there is an answer to that. That is not as complex, not as simple as it seems. And we only had 77 shot attempts, right? Which will not cut it. But again, my counterpoint is how low their average also were against us because of our defense. Now, without Butler, we figured it out in a lineup that I did not expect to see again, a starting lineup, right? With Love inserted in the place of Jovic. I don't know whether or not Jovic is going to start. It's a big question. Because Jovic did very well off the bench, right? I would not be surprised to see the same starting lineup again if it does happen, since it worked. But I think that it was just a matchup situation, putting Love there, because when they went small ball, Love came out, and Love only played 13 minutes compared to Jovic, who played starting player minutes, about 22. Another interesting factor is that I liked Jovic off the bench a lot, and that was something that was not circumstantial to the game itself. Meaning, what he can offer in terms of energy off the bench, both offensively and defensively, in a pointed fashion. He's not the best defender, but he does well defensively. At a certain point, he was leading our team with defensive rating. And yet, without Jimmy, no starting lineup is going to have any weight or meaning, since the team is supposed to function to maximize Jimmy's and Bam's prowess. And this is where we're a little bit in trouble when it comes to Bam's slump offensively. As for the theory for winning without Jimmy, I say that a lot. If Jimmy is in the team and he's doing what Jimmy does, you're okay. If Jimmy is in the team and he's doing what he's been doing, with Hero doing what he's doing, somebody else needs to step up, but we're okay. But if Jimmy's in the team and he's not playing as well as he should be, and he has the ball, even if at the fourth highest usage, it's a handicap to the team. And I've seen this happen season after season. When Jimmy doesn't play in the regular season, it doesn't affect us too much. When Jimmy doesn't play in the playoffs, it just destroys the team. So that's basically, or at least potentially does. So that's basically the way that Butler has been for ever since he came to Miami. Hero, on the other hand, is at an all-time high, not just in terms of the value to the team, but also to the NBA. He's averaging similar numbers to LeBron James, as 5 Reasons Sports said jokingly, right? It was really a joke, because right now LeBron James at 40 years old is averaging the same as Tyler Hero. But I think Hero's numbers this season are the same or better than Booker's. We have to check on that. So if that's a player that he was comparing himself to. So we can take a look at the comparison now. He has 23.2 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 5 assists, 50.7 field goal percentage, and a whopping 65.9 true shooting percentage, which is over 10% up from last season. I think that Hero is a strong most improved player of the year candidate, because I don't think that we've seen, as they point out in 5 Reasons Sports, and I think everybody with a set of eyes saw, we haven't seen such a leap from one season to the other as we are seeing in Hero, not only accepting where he needs to be in this new quote-unquote old rotation lineup, etc., but also being efficient with it, right? Now, we had a hard time figuring Cunningham when he got going in the second half, when he played against the Pistons and we won against them. We had a hard time scoring, as usual, at times when they packed the paint. So a lot is going to come down to our shooting. A lot is going to come down to the guys that are able to drive and do something with it, both from beyond the arc, the ability to drive, take contact in the lane, as well as converting free throws. Story of the Miami Heat this season. We shot under 80 shots, 77, as Andy Nichols pointed out, against the Timberwolves. And this is not expected to happen again, because it's not the same type of game, right? This is supposed to be a game in which I think that we have the potential of scoring a lot more, and everything comes down to our defense. Bam has been 22 out of 65 field goal attempts versus made in 9 games, having broken above 20 points only twice, and only dominating offensively in 1 game. He seems to be doing better on defense, which benefits greatly from lineups with defensively decent players around him, specifically Highsmith in this case, right? When you have Highsmith, you have Pelle Larsson, you have maybe Jaime Jaquez around him, that's going to be a good thing. What you cannot have is Jay Rich. I don't want to see Jay Rich getting any more minutes, if not trash time. I want to see Jay Rich right now maybe in the G League to try to get back some, I don't know if that's even possible, but to try to get back into some sort of rhythm, because he's really out of it. I have no idea what Spo is going to do, and I'm normally wrong when I predict lineups, but again, since Rozier's also been struggling, I would ask Spo, please use Burks or Drew Smith. Yeah, Drew Smith, better than Jay Rich. Just not Jay Rich. Jay Rich's minutes are truly hurting us. Other than that, I'll love to see if we are able to keep seeing Weir play Bryant's minutes. I'm sorry about that, Brian. I love you, man, but Weir is our guy. Weir is our future, and I want to see him succeeding. We did see Precious playing a lot of minutes at a time that he got to the team, but I think it was a different concept. We needed more of that, and he kind of burned him, right? Precious was not able to perform with us. He's playing a lot better now than he was with us. Now, I predict that we're going to have another tough game. I can't see us. I don't think we're gonna win or lose by a lot. Let's just say that we're expected to win against teams like the Pistons, and we swept them last season. So I hope to see more of the same. Considering the fact that Jimmy Butler is not playing, and maybe they're also going to be a bit short-handed, it's not far-fetched. Vegas see what Vegas sees. I agree. It's supposed to be a much tighter game than if we had Jimmy Butler with us. Other than that, stay safe, stay dry, and stay as happy as possible. It's a complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.